Once upon a time, on a gloriously mundane day, John decided to take a leisurely stroll through the serene wilderness. The sky was a dull shade of blue, and the sun lazily hung overhead, casting faint shadows on the path ahead. As John meandered along, he couldn't help but notice the gentle rustle of the leaves and the melodic chirping of the birds. It was as if nature itself was whispering sweet lullabies into his ears, enticing him to embrace its tranquil embrace. With each step, John felt the weight of his worries slowly dissipating into the ether, replaced by a sense of calm contentment. He paused to admire the delicate intricacies of a nearby flower, its petals swaying gracefully in the non-existent breeze. It was a moment of pure serenity, a fleeting glimpse into the timeless beauty of the natural world. Suddenly, a peculiar thought popped into John's mind, like a mischievous squirrel darting across his path. He pondered the meaning of existence, the intricacies of the universe, and whether cheese could truly be considered a fruit. Such profound ponderings often occupied his mind, like colorful butterflies flitting about in a field of dandelions. Continuing on his journey, John found himself lost in a labyrinth of winding trails and twisted branches. It was as if the forest itself was playing a game of hide and seek, teasing him with tantalizing glimpses of the outside world. He chuckled softly to himself, marveling at the absurdity of it all. After what felt like an eternity of aimless wandering, John stumbled upon a quaint little clearing nestled amidst the trees. It was a picture-perfect scene straight out of a fairy tale, complete with a babbling brook and a cozy little cottage with smoke curling lazily from its chimney. He couldn't help but wonder if perhaps he had stumbled upon a portal to another dimension, where time flowed like molasses and reality was but a distant memory. As John approached the cottage, he noticed a peculiar inscription carved into the doorframe, a cryptic message written in a language he couldn't quite decipher. It was as if the words themselves were dancing before his eyes, performing an intricate ballet of consonants and vowels. He shrugged his shoulders nonchalantly, deciding that some mysteries were better left unsolved. With a weary sigh, John settled himself onto the grassy knoll beside the cottage, allowing the gentle rhythm of the babbling brook to lull him into a state of blissful oblivion. As he drifted off into a peaceful slumber, he couldn't help but marvel at the sheer absurdity of the universe and the nonsensical beauty of it all. And so, with the gentle caress of a wayward breeze, John surrendered himself to the embrace of the wilderness, content in the knowledge that sometimes the greatest adventures are the ones we never saw coming. As John reclined on the grassy knoll, his mind drifted to memories of childhood escapades and forgotten dreams. He recalled the days of yore when he and his imaginary friend, a sentient sock named Herbert, would embark on grand adventures through the backyard jungle. Together, they had braved treacherous seas of unkempt grass and scaled towering mountains of discarded cardboard boxes, their boundless imaginations serving as their compass in an ever-expanding world of make-believe. Lost in nostalgia, John couldn't help but chuckle at the absurdity of it all. Oh, how the passage of time had transformed the mundane into the extraordinary, and the ordinary into the extraordinary mundane. It was a peculiar paradox, like a square circle or a silent symphony, existing simultaneously within the confines of his mind and the vast expanse of the universe. Suddenly, a faint rustling in the bushes snapped John out of his reverie, jolting him back to reality with the force of a startled squirrel. He peered into the dense underbrush, half expecting to encounter a mythical creature, or perhaps a wayward traveler lost in the labyrinth of existence. Instead, he was greeted by the sight of a rather disgruntled-looking rabbit, its fluffy tail twitching in irritation at having been disturbed from its afternoon siesta. John offered the rabbit an apologetic smile and a polite nod, silently acknowledging the unspoken bond between fellow wanderers in the wilderness. The rabbit returned his gesture with a disdainful flick of its ears before disappearing into the undergrowth, leaving John to ponder the mysteries of interspecies communication and the intricacies of rabbit psychology. With a contented sigh, John allowed himself to sink deeper into the embrace of nature, relishing the symphony of sights and sounds that surrounded him. He marveled at the delicate balance of life and death, of chaos and order, of reality and illusion. It was a dance as old as time itself, an eternal tango between the forces of creation and destruction, played out on the stage of existence for all eternity. Hours passed like fleeting whispers on the wind, and yet John remained lost in the timeless embrace of the wilderness. He watched as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of pink and gold, a masterpiece crafted by the hand of nature itself. It was a sight to behold, a moment frozen in time, a glimpse into the infinite tapestry of the cosmos. As darkness descended upon the forest, John reluctantly roused himself from his reverie, knowing that his journey must eventually come to an end. With a heavy heart and a newfound sense of purpose, he bid farewell to the tranquil haven that had captured his soul and set off into the unknown once more, guided by the flickering light of the stars above and the eternal rhythm of the universe. And so, as the night stretched out before him like an endless canvas, waiting to be painted with the brushstrokes of destiny, John embraced the uncertainty of the road ahead, secure in the knowledge that no matter where his journey may lead, the wilderness would always be there to welcome him home. As John ventured deeper into the forest, the trees seemed to whisper secrets to him, their ancient voices echoing through the stillness of the night. He couldn't help but feel a sense of kinship with these towering sentinels of the wilderness, guardians of forgotten wisdom and silent witnesses to the passage of time. It was as if they were inviting him to unravel the mysteries that lay hidden within their leafy embrace, beckoning him to explore the depths of their tangled roots and soaring branches. With each step, John felt the weight of the world slowly lifting from his shoulders, replaced by a newfound sense of freedom and exhilaration. He was no longer merely a wanderer in the wilderness, but a seeker of truth, a pilgrim on a quest to uncover the secrets of the universe. It was a journey fraught with peril and uncertainty, yet John pressed on undeterred, driven by an insatiable curiosity and an unyielding determination to chart his own course through the chaos of existence. As the night wore on, John found himself stumbling upon a hidden glen bathed in the soft glow of moonlight, a sanctuary untouched by the ravages of time. He marveled at the ethereal beauty of the scene before him, the shimmering waters of a crystal-clear pond reflecting the star-studded canopy above like a mirror of infinite possibilities. It was a moment of pure magic, a fleeting glimpse into the timeless splendor of the natural world. Lost in wonder, John allowed himself to be drawn towards the water's edge, the gentle lapping of the waves against the shore lulling him into a state of tranquil reverie. He dipped his fingers into the cool embrace of the pond, feeling the pulse of life coursing through its depths like a heartbeat echoing across the cosmos. It was a sensation unlike any other, a communion with the elemental forces that shaped the very fabric of reality. As he gazed into the depths of the pond, John felt a strange sensation wash over him, a tingling warmth that seemed to emanate from the very core of his being. It was as if he were being enveloped in a cocoon of pure energy, a cocoon that whispered secrets of forgotten worlds and untold adventures yet to come. He closed his eyes and surrendered himself to the embrace of the unknown, allowing the currents of fate to carry him wherever they may lead. And so, as the night stretched out before him like an endless tapestry woven with threads of starlight and shadow, John embraced the uncertainty of the road ahead, secure in the knowledge that no matter what trials may lie in store, he would always find solace in the timeless embrace of the wilderness. For in the heart of nature, he had discovered the true essence of freedom, the boundless spirit that dwells within us all, waiting to be set free upon the winds of destiny. As John continued his journey through the enigmatic depths of the forest, he encountered a myriad of peculiar creatures, each more fantastical than the last. He stumbled upon a family of luminous fireflies dancing in the moonlight, their iridescent wings shimmering like stars in the night sky. They flitted about him in a mesmerizing display of ethereal beauty, leading him deeper into the heart of the wilderness with their gentle glow. Amidst the towering trees and winding pathways, John stumbled upon a hidden grove where a chorus of woodland creatures had gathered to celebrate the beauty of the night. Squirrels chattered excitedly amongst themselves, while rabbits hopped and frolicked in the moonlit meadow. Even the ancient oaks seemed to sway in time with the rhythmic melody of the forest, their branches swaying in a hypnotic dance beneath the canopy of stars. Entranced by the enchanting scene before him, John found himself drawn into the midst of the festivities, his worries and cares melting away like snowflakes in the warmth of spring. He joined in the revelry with gusto, spinning and twirling amidst the revelers with a joyous abandon that he hadn't felt in years. It was a moment of pure bliss, a fleeting glimpse into a world untouched by the trials and tribulations of everyday life. As the night wore on, John found himself surrounded by newfound friends, each with their own stories to tell and adventures to share. He listened intently as a wise old owl regaled him with tales of ancient forests and forgotten legends, his voice a melodic symphony of wisdom and wonder. He laughed uproariously at the antics of a mischievous raccoon, who regaled him with tales of daring escapades and narrow escapes from the clutches of danger. Lost in the camaraderie of his newfound companions, John felt a sense of belonging wash over him like a warm embrace, a feeling of connection that transcended the boundaries of time and space. For in the heart of the wilderness, he had found a family unlike any other, a family bound together by the timeless bond of friendship and the shared experience of life's grand adventure. And so, as the first light of dawn began to peek over the horizon, painting the sky in hues of pink and gold, John bid farewell to his newfound friends and set off once more into the great unknown. He carried with him the memories of his journey, the laughter of his companions, and the enduring spirit of the wilderness that would guide him on his path, wherever it may lead. For in the heart of nature, he had discovered the true meaning of life, the endless cycle of birth and rebirth, of endings and beginnings, of adventure and discovery that awaited him at every turn.